Hey guys, welcome to my video on adding and subtracting monomials and polynomials. Just before we begin our lesson, all my videos are on my YouTube channel, Dr. Nizar Rabadi. And for easy access, you can just go to my playlist and go to either Algebra, Algebra 2, Stat, Calc, whatever you need help with. And you can find the chapter, and within the chapter, all the lessons are going to be there in order. So if you happen to watch all of my lessons, you will have an amazing background in advanced algebra. That's what this video is about. If you want calculus, you can do that, and stat and everything. So many of my examples that I'll be using are from standardized assessments, and most of my videos will be really short. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you get a notification when a new video shows up. So thanks, and let's begin. So really quickly, I wanted to give you a 2-minute background on what a monomial is and what a polynomial is. So a monomial is a product of powers of variables with non-negative exponents. So all of the exponents have to be positive. A polynomial is basically just a lot of monomials separated by addition and subtraction. So it says a polynomial can be expressed in terms that only have positive integer exponents and the operation of addition and subtraction and multiplication. So, what are the rules? When you are adding or subtracting polynomials, you must make sure that the variables not only match, but also have the same exponents. Everything must match perfectly. Then all you have to do is just either add or subtract the coefficients. The coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the letters. So let's try this. This came from one of the New York State Regents exam. It says the sum of 3x squared minus 8x minus 2 and 4x minus 2 is. And now, what's really important is two things. One is the word sum. We all know that the word sum means to add. And second is the way I love to do this is I write the first expression or the first polynomial, 3x squared minus 8x minus 2. And then under it, I try to figure out where to put this. So they must match in order to be combined. In order for you to combine them, they must match. Every number has a sign in front of it. So the sign in front of the 4x is a positive. And then minus 2. Now what I want you guys to do is every time you are adding, first of all, do not use a calculator. Every time you are adding, all you have to do is say, I have or I owe. So this is what I mean by that. 3x squared plus nothing here is 3x squared. Now here, I owe $8, I have 4. So if you owe 8 and you have 4, that means you still owe 4. Here, I owe 2, therefore I owe 4. Now what you want to do is you want to pick the right answer. The standardized exams love to give answers that look the same. So we got 3x squared minus 4x. This one says plus 4. So my answer is choice 1. Let's try another one. The sum of 8a plus 3b minus 4c and 4a minus 3b plus c is, okay, sum means to add, so I know I have to line them up, right? So it's going to be 8a plus 3b minus 4c. Every number has a sign in front of it. So 8 gets a plus. Afterwards, 4a, that has a sign in front of it, and then plus 1c. What you notice here is there's no number in front of c, so it's automatically a1. Okay? So with that being said, let's use a different color, and let's add them because it says sum. Okay. So you have 8 and you have 4, you have 12. You have $3 and you owe $3, so that means we're good there. You owe 4, but you have 1, so you still owe 3, okay? You guys are smarter than a calculator. Do not use a calculator, use your brain. So 12a minus 3c, that's this here, okay? So let's try another problem. Now this will be the last one on adding, and then we'll do subtracting, okay? If the length of a rectangle is represented by 4n plus 2, okay, so what I probably want to do really fast is draw a quick rectangle, okay? And then I'm going to say the length is 4n plus 2. So I love putting the 4n plus 2 on both sides, and the width is 3n plus 1. Okay, it says, which algebraic expression can be used to represent the perimeter of the rectangle? Well, perimeter means to add. It's all the surrounding. So let's add them. So that's 4n plus 2, 4n plus 2, 3n plus 1, 3n plus 1. Now some of you might say, isn't it easier just to multiply two sides and then just add them up? Sure it is, but this is an addition lesson, okay? So let's add this up. 4 and 4 makes 8, 8 and 3 makes 11, 11 and 3 makes 14, so that's 14n. 2 and 2 is 4, 1 and 1, that makes another 2, so 4 plus 2 makes 6, and I'm going to choose choice 1, okay? Most likely, this guy right here is the area, okay? But we're going to talk about that in a later video. All right, what do we do when we subtract? I always say subtraction is like addition, but with the opposite sign. So what we have to do when we subtract is you're going to have to change the signs for the second polynomial expression. Here's what I mean. What is the result when 4x squared minus 17x plus 36 is subtracted from 2x squared minus 5x plus 25? Well, first of all, this word from, I like to tell my students that from first. From goes first. So 2x squared minus 5x plus 25 goes first, okay? 4x squared minus 17x plus 36. What's important here is that the sign in front of the 4 needs to be given. Now it says to subtract. So here's what we have to do when we subtract. You're going to take that sign and change it, that sign and change it, that sign and change it. You have to change those signs. The rest of it, once you change those signs, all you have to do is go back to adding, okay? So in this case here, if you owe me 36 but you have 25, you still owe me 11. If you have 17 but you owe me 5, you still have 12. Every number has a sign in front of it. If you owe me 4 but you have 2, you still owe me 2. So you got to be very careful with what you choose. I'm going to choose this one here. Okay? So that's how we subtract. Subtraction is addition, but you must change the signs. Okay. One more. When 6x squared minus 4x plus 3 is subtracted from goes first. 3x squared minus 2x plus 3, and we need a sign in front of it. 6x squared minus 4x plus 3, we need a sign in front of it. Now, since it says to subtract, okay, we're going to have to change those signs. So this becomes a minus, this becomes a positive, this becomes a minus. Then we go straight back into addition. So this guy here and this guy here, let's take a look. If you have 3 but you owe me 3, you know that's 0. In this person here, you have 4, but you owe 2. So if you have 4 and you owe 2, you still have. And this right here, negative 6x squared plus 3x, is going to be negative 3x squared because you still owe more. So I'm going to choose this person here. So the key for subtraction is you must change the sign for everyone on the bottom, okay? And I'll show you really quickly why. If I had something like 2x squared plus 4x, excuse the handwriting, minus 3x squared plus 2x, what happens here, everyone, is that this has a plus sign. What happens here is that there's really a negative 1 here, and I'm sure everybody knows how to distribute. So negative 1 changes that, negative 1 changes that. And that is basically why we have to change the signs of everybody that comes on the bottom or comes after the minus sign. So I hope this was helpful. We'll try more problems during class, and we're going to move on to multiplying polynomials next. So I hope you enjoyed this video.